The absolute gold grade I can't answer, and I'm not trying to hedge it. The issue is that in a lab, when we do our gravity test, we pull out about 55% of the gold into the gravity trap. Experience would tell us that in an operating plant you won't achieve anywhere near that. So we design at allowing for about 30% recovery into the gravity trap. What we actually achieve will only be determined during operations. Clearly, if you don't get it in gravity, you get it in the con grade. So the con grade, effectively, you've got a 12%, 13% upgrade. So if you've got no gold recovery, you're looking no gravity, you're looking at 20, 25, 26 grams. You're getting gravity recovery, it could be 15 or less. Could be down as low as 12 if you get everything in gravity.
On that note, unless there's any... the ambassador. Yes. A microphone, please, for the ambassador.
When I was ambassador to Australia, that's when the Mining Act was passed. We had a very exciting time promoting mining to very responsive, excited Australian companies. That was 1995, 96. In a few days, we will send a new ambassador. What do you think will her message be if you look back at your experience in the presentation that you have had today? And I would like to introduce her to you sometime, because I think this is an industry that we can work very well with if we know exactly how we are going to move ahead. Thank you.
Certainly that's a curveball, but anyway, I'll have a go at it. Look, let me stress that while I speak with an Australian accent, I'm an English company. So my shareholders, my support is coming out of London or out of greater out of England. So let's identify that. I also speak with an Australian accent, but I happen to think Australians are very parochial in respect to developing countries. They have love-hate affairs with them, and I won't go any further than that with it. I've had an association in one form or another with the Philippines on and off since my first visit was in '85, which is a fairly interesting period of Philippines history. And that's varied from actually doing some work here to actually using a lot of Philippine labour in other projects, mining projects in the world. I actually think that the Philippine mining industry, if managed properly, is on the cusp of a very exciting period of time. It's a message I think other people have given. It is something that could go either way. A few incorrect decisions, a few wrong policy decisions could actually stymie the industry. A few correct policy decisions, a few positive actions, demonstration that someone like us can actually get permitting in a realistic period of time, and we can get the support we need, and I think people will be knocking down your door. You've got one of the best addresses in geology in the world. There's a lot of potential here. There's the kind of crazy horse boys are busy, not just to name a few. There's a lot of people here working very hard. I think it's in your own making. I think, from my perspective, words are great. Demonstration of actions are better. So I think it's time for a few things to happen on the ground. Then you don't have to go tell people. The industry watches. The industry always listens, absolutely, but they watch more. So if they see things happening, they'll be here. If they see things not happening, they'll take their exploration dollars and go somewhere where there's a more favourable environment. It's not necessarily the legislation. Legislation can be the most wonderful stuff in the world, but if you don't enact it, if you don't enable it, if you don't use it, you may as well not have it.
Thank you very much. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, Ian Holzberger.